Hey guys, hope you're doing really well. This is a quick trial. Firstly, again, thank you again for the subscribers, all the, I don't think we've had many comments, but obviously please do comment and like the videos. This is obviously a new channel, trying to grab moments in the day where I can quickly share some points. The point of this video today, guys, is I just want to try and share with you some of the points I was trying to make in my video last night. And I was talking about how we've got Bitcoin that goes up. You look at these incremental big steps that it takes, going back to that $1 to 10, 10 to 100, 100 to 1,000, and obviously 1,000 to 10,000, and 10,000 to 100,000, and so on and so forth. And my point really was that's going to be a pattern that continues indefinitely. And the figures started to get a little bit crazy. It's worth watching the video. And but I think it's always handy. I'm going to try and do a little demo of what I mean by looking at some graphs. I'm just going to try and do this demo, see if it works, and hopefully it does. And sometimes looking at diagrams and graphs and things like that is a little bit easier than just some dude waffling along. So really, I want to show you here what my points on the left-hand side. We can see, obviously, Bitcoin below 10 cents, and then the first big jump was to $1. Again, I do need to. I mean, personally, I price everything in dollars. So I don't know why I'm sort of talking in pounds and pence. So I'm sure I'll break that habit. And then $1 to $10 again on the left-hand side, 10, 100, 1,000, 10,000, 100,000, and $1 million. And obviously on the bottom, we've got the time frame. And really my point was trying to get across was we have tended, and I'll bring up the last cycle that we've had, we've tended to at least 10x from the halving cycle. And we can see the halving cycle, if we just, for simplicity, because the first halving cycle really happened in 2012. Just before 2013, and we can see that here. So you can see, I mean, and if you bear in mind, we're before the halving, so we haven't even hit the halving cycle yet, halving period for this cycle. So if we look here, it has gone from, again, round figures, 10 to 100, and then 100 to 1,000. So it's significantly done more than that, sort of, 10x, and indeed we can see it according to this graph, it did 92x. But it breaks these barriers, these 10x barriers, quite consistently within the pattern. And then the next halving, which was 2016, again, from that halving point, we've gone from, again, round figures, 1,000 to 10,000. Again, round figures. And we can see it did a 30x in that cycle. But it's broken that step, that 1,000 to 10,000, and again, ultimately this is just a percentage increase. It just so happens that the figures get more and more. If we look at the last cycle in 2020, now this is quite an interesting one. It didn't do that for the first time. For the first time, we were around, again, round figures, 10,000, and it didn't make or even break that 100,000. There could be multitude of reasons for that. We had the FTX debacle with SBF. We had Alex Mashinsky with Celsius and his massive con. We've had a lot of. I mean, what else was it? There was Luna. We had the Luna. Craziness with their oh, my brain is just escaping me, with their what was it called, a stable coin. Oh my god, this is literally the end of the day and I'm shattered. I'm just trying to kick the kids dinner and things like that, so and I've just watched Liverpool lose to Man United, so yeah, it's not great, but hey, get back on point, get back on subject. So there was my point being, really, there was a lot of chaos, bad actors, over leveraged bets, all of that, and possibly that was the reason why we didn't hit that big step change from 10,000 to 100,000, and that was the first time in the whole cycle that and I've just shown you on the graph. So, is that just diminishing returns? Maybe that's just what's going to happen. Maybe we're going to have diminishing returns with this cycle that's coming up, and onwards. Maybe, and my thought process is maybe we should have been around. We should have done that, and for various reasons, it didn't happen. So, really, what does that mean now? Well, again, hopefully that graph and that diagram sort of explains a little bit more. But I think really, for me, when we think about where we are now, we're so early, and even within this cycle, we're way ahead of the curve, with the amount of adoption that's been happening and the amount of money with the ETFs and things like that. That's all flowing in, and that's phenomenal. But we are still so early, even within the bigger picture, the bigger perspective. So never ever think that you're too late to start investing in Bitcoin. On my last video, again, I was talking about dollar cost averaging, even with $1 a day. And most of us can probably afford $1 a day if we don't have that coffee, if we don't have, subscribe to Netflix. And I appreciate that, unfortunately, there are people out there who can't afford $1 a day. But whatever you can afford, I think your future self will thank you exponentially for what you do now. And as an exercise, I thought it would be fun, because I'm DCAing every day, but as an exercise, and I was guessing roughly what the figures were. But as an exercise, I'm going to do this every day. I'm going to buy $1 worth of Bitcoin every day and let you know what the price is. And it'll be interesting as a historical context, possibly to look back at these videos and just be amazed at how much that is now worth. So it's going to be quite fun. So I think I should actually know, shouldn't I? I should actually be accurate. So I bought $1 earlier today, and I think it was 1,850 sats. So we'll see. Does $1 a day turn into $1,850 when Bitcoin is 100 million? What does that turn into when Bitcoin goes from 100 million to a billion? The mind boggles. Yeah, it's a good little fun exercise I thought I'd share with you along that journey. So at the moment, it was roughly 1,850 from memory. I'm going to try and sort of be more accurate with what I can remember. But listen, guys, I hope you like the video. Really appreciate all the support. Good luck with this bull run. Good luck with investing.